Welcome back. This is an unusual day. The final editing software that I use is online. And the nice thing about that is that you can log in from anywhere and edit. The lesser thing about that is that when, for whatever reason, it's not working, you can't use it at all. So I don't know why it's not working, because my internet is. They may be having technical difficulties. Anyway, we're going to borrow a piece for October 21st from a previous year. It's a pretty good quality episode, I believe. And then I'll edit it on iMovie right here on this computer. So hopefully that gets fixed. I also know that we have errands and appointments this week, so we might do this some more. Anyway, grab your favorite cuppa, settle in, and let's see what we can do with what we have. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for October 21st. October 21st is the 294th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 295th in leap years, with 71 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is alacrity. Alacrity is a noun that means prompt response, cheerful readiness, briskness, or eagerness. Example sentences might include: the team, eager to prove their skills, accepted the challenge with alacrity. Or the students completed their assignments with alacrity in hopes of enjoying an early break. The word alacrity comes to us from a Latin word that meant quick, lively, eager, happy. There are similar or related words in Old English, Old High German, and Old Norse. First known use of the word alacrity is in the 15th century. That'd be the 1400s. Alacrity. Today's word alacrity was suggested by Odyssey viewer at Easy9. Thanks, Easy9. And if you have a word you'd like to see in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, on October 21st, 1774, the town of Taunton, Massachusetts, made a bold statement in the early stirrings of the American Revolution by raising a flag that featured the word liberty. This flag was one of the first known to incorporate the term, symbolizing the growing desire for independence from British rule. Displayed atop a pole in the town square, the Taunton flag was a defiant act, reflecting the colony's dissatisfaction with oppressive policies. The word liberty on the flag captured the spirit of resistance, making it a powerful emblem of the American fight for freedom that was to come. Thomas Edison applied for a patent for his groundbreaking design of the incandescent light bulb on October 21st, 1879. This marks a pivotal moment in the history of technology. Edison's version improved on earlier designs by using a high-resistance filament made from carbonized bamboo, which allowed the bulb to burn for extended periods. This innovation made electric lighting more practical and affordable for widespread use, revolutionizing homes and businesses. Edison's achievement laid the foundation for modern electric lighting systems and has transformed the way people live and work, ushering in a new era of industrial and social development. This is the birthday of American guitarist, songwriter, producer, and actor Steve Cropper, born October 21st, 1941. He's known for his work with Booker T and the MGs, the house band of Stax Records. They backed artists like Otis Redding, Sam and Dave, and Wilson Pickett. He co-wrote such hits as Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay with Otis Redding and In the Midnight Hour with Wilson Pickett. Originally from Missouri, the Cropper family moved to Memphis when he was 9 years old. He got his first guitar when he was 14 and later co-founded a group called the Marquees, whose hit Last Night brought them fame. Steve Cropper quickly became a key figure at Stax, both as a guitarist and a producer, helping shape the sound of Southern soul music. Beyond Stax, Steve Cropper played with the Blues Brothers Band, co-starring in their films and performing on their albums, and has worked with artists like Rod Stewart, John Lennon, and Ringo Starr. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Booker T and the MGs in 1992. Cropper's work remains influential, earning him multiple accolades, including induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2005. He continues to release music, most recently with his 2024 album Friendly Town, featuring guest appearances from Billy Gibbons and Brian May. Happy birthday, Steve Cropper. An organization called the National Mobilization Committee to End the War in Vietnam organized one of the most significant anti-war protests in U.S. history. On October 21, 1967, around 50,000 demonstrators gathered at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and marched to the Pentagon to protest the Vietnam War. The march highlighted growing public dissent against U.S. involvement in the conflict. It included notable figures such as Dr. Benjamin Spock and poet Allen Ginsberg. The event culminated in clashes between demonstrators and military police, becoming a powerful symbol of turbulent opposition to the war during the 1960s. In honor of Steve Cropper's birthday, what say we talk about a song by Booker T and the MGs? While I have talked about their song Green Onions before, it's been a while, so Green Onions today. Aptly described as an iconic instrumental R&B hit, it is one of the most popular instrumental rock and roll songs ever, and it is one of the most popular R&B instrumentals of its era. Booker T. Jones wrote this song when he was 17 years old, either late 1961 or early 1962. That said, when the group went to the studio with it, they improvised quite a bit, so all four members of Booker T and the MGs are listed as songwriters for Green Onions. Initially intended as a B-side for a song called Behave Yourself, once they had a record in hand, Steve Cropper took it to a Memphis radio station, WLOK, and asked a DJ there to give it a spin, which he did. The song got a positive reaction from the listening public, and the record was re-released with Green Onions as the A-side. Fun fact, when they were brainstorming for the name of this song, one of the guys suggested Funky Onions. Of course, we hear the word funky all the time now, but it wasn't in quite such wide use in 1962, and it got voted down. Word is someone had a cat named Green Onions, whose way of walking inspired the riff. Can you imagine? And so they named the song Green Onions. Released in 1962, Green Onions peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 1 on the R&B singles chart for 4 non-consecutive weeks. Green Onions has been featured in a bunch of movies like The Sandlot, Get Shorty, American Graffiti, and Quadrophenia, just to name a few. By the way, when Green Onions was featured in Quadrophenia, it re-entered the charts for 12 weeks, peaking in the top 10 that time. Green Onions has been covered by several other artists over the years. Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs. Link in the description. What a world! There's an ancient curse that says, "May you live to see interesting times." That's not our quote today, though. Our quote today is, "You can't run away from who you are, but what you can do is run toward who you want to be." That's from author Jason Reynolds. Alrighty, y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And from the American Revolution, and focus to work. Okay, start that over. Is that right? Is that who we're talking about today? Yeah, when you do a whole lot of research at once, it get mixed up. Okay, read that again. This allowed the bulb to burn for exterior periods. Okay. Producer, actor, and actor. Okay. Okay. Give it a space. Okay. Nothing like editing on the fly. He was inducted into the Music Hall Rock of Fame. Just read the words that are in the document, honey. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.